Alright, I plugged in a vacuum cleaner on one of my inverter duplex receptacles, and it's not working now. Now I pressed the remote control switch, which is over here by the door. I pressed that switch and I'm not getting a red light, and there's no lights on the inverter. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull it, see if we can repair it. There's supposed to be a couple of fuses in it, 35 amp, two 35 amp fuses. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull it. Okay, what we did, this is the seat for the, I'm working on the campus, so I got junk everywhere. So I pulled the seat, it's the seat by the door on this particular camper. And looks like it's got a few wires I got to disconnect to get to it. Okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get down there and see if we can undo it. Now it looks like it's got a couple of bolts. It's got 4 bolts that hold it in. Let's see if we can get over here and look at it. Okay, there's 4 bolts, and they're on a slot. So I just got to pull 2. I'm going to pull these 2 outside ones and just loosen the inside ones up, and it should just slide. It should just come out of there. And then this is just plugged in here. Okay. It's got a red and black cable going to the battery right there, and it's got a remote wire. It looks like a phone jack, and it's got a ground wire right here that connects there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to loosen the 2 back screws that's next to this wall. We're going to pull these 2 screws out, and then that should get it out where we can work on it. We're going to pull it out and see what we can do. And see, it's only 600 watts, which is 5 amps. Anything more than that, and it'll blow it, which I found out. So let's pull it apart and see what we got. Okay, we'll remove the inverter. Alright. Of course, we unplugged it from the wall. And we disconnected the ground. Now, it's a good idea to disconnect your battery or turn off your battery switch. But even if you turn off the battery switch, you still might have power coming to it. Okay. And I disconnected the red and the black wire. See the red and black wire down there? And the ground wire connected right there. And the red and black. And you use just a regular flat head screwdriver, spade screwdriver. Now you notice they got black tape on this screwdriver. So when I'm removing the red one, in case it would short out, it would short out against here and you would get a spark. Definitely get a spark. Alright. Everything's disconnected. Except this is the output power going to your receptacles. This goes to your receptacles for inverter receptacles. Okay? And the cord's long enough, and I got it on the table here. Now there's 12 screws that holds it on. Okay, there's 5 on this side, 5 on this side, which are already disconnected. And then I'm going to remove the last 2 screws. Alright. This screw. Okay. Alright. Now the cover should come off. So I'm going to do it with one hand. Yeah. Alright, now we're looking for 2 35 amp, okay, blade standard blade fuses, and I see them. Okay. They are right here. 1 and 2, if you can see them. If you can see them. They're 35 amp. That's hard to tell. You can see it or not. Okay, I'm gonna take this pair of pliers. Okay, that's 1 and 2. Let's see if it's blown. Yeah, it's blown. And number 2. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely blown. Can you see? I'll get it focused down. Both of them are blown. Hey, there, I think you can see it. Both of them are blown, so we're going to change these 2 fuses, put everything back together, and see if it's going to work. Oh yeah, let me add this. You might have a hard time finding 35 amp standard blade type fuses. I'll put a link where you can get them offline. Good idea to keep a couple extra in your camper. You're out dry camping or using your inverter. You're going to need some extra fuses if you happen to overload it. Alright, I'll leave a link. Alright, I replaced the 2 35 amp blown fuses with some new fuses. You see them right here. Now I had the little slots where the fuses plug in, where the little spade goes in. I had to actually squeeze them a little bit because they were too loose. So make sure they fit tight when you put them in there. You see, there's the 2 fuses. Okay, now to hook it back up, okay, all I gotta do is plug in a regular plug that goes to the inverter, and I'll lift this wire connected. Okay, so what I have to do is, of course, plug in the red and the black, and then there's a remote control port right here, which is looks like a phone jack. That's for the remote control. Then you have a ground that hooks here. Okay, that's pretty much it. Of course, you got to bolt it down. You got the red and black wire, the ground, the remote control, and then we're going to just plug it in. Under here is a little place to plug it in. So let's hook it all back up and see if it's going to work. Okay, we got it back in place. Okay, we have it plugged in. We have the lines connected. We have the remote connected. There's a remote switch right here. Down is on remote, in the middle is off, and up is on. Of course, this thing is under the seats for the table, so we got it in remote. This is remote wire that hooks to it. All right, got it plugged in. Everything's plugged in. Everything's tight. Got the ground on. Got the red and black wire on. Now we're going to turn on the remote. Now I have 2 receptacles That's for the inverter. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, what we did, we lowered our table down and we opened this drawer up. Back this drawer off so we could get in there to work. Okay. Now over here by the front door, we have a remote switch. And it is inverter remote. There it is right there. Turn it on. See the red light is on. Okay. So it's inverting. Alright. The one receptacle is here and there's one in the front next to the entertainment center. Alright. We're not plugged in. This we're only 12 volt right now. Okay, the lights are lighting up on the inverter, saying that it's inverting. When the green light's on, it's plugged in, but it's not working. Okay. And what I have is a noise maker hooked up right here. And let's see. Okay, that's 110. It's working. Okay. Now the other receptacle, I'm gonna get in here. The other receptacle is with this entertainment center. Up here in the front. Plug it in there. Okay. Inverter's working, so it was those fuses. Everything's looking good. Now the thing with the inverter, you don't want to put, it's a 600 watt. This is a 600 watt inverter, which that's equal to 5 amps. So the way I blew the fuses, I plugged in this little vacuum cleaner, and it's almost 6 amps. So it blew both fuses. So you gotta watch your wattage. Like I said, 6,000 watts, which is most appliances will have the amperage rating on it. Like I said, the most it'll take is 5 amps. So it's working. Noise maker's making noise. And we inverting 12 volts to 110 right now. So all's good. I just got to put everything back together.